The button has been pushed. Yes. That's a cool new hat. I saw that hat.
This is the Daytona koozies.
Oh my, that's fantastic. That's gonna be the Daytona koozie.
Yeah,
I love it.
Oh, it's becoming a fun little thing. Everyone seemed to really actually use the hell out of the ones I brought last year. So I was like, this year, let's do something. Do something else.
Good. Excellent. Yes, good.
Oh, we're here. It's Monday night.
The Price is Right.
Price is Right.
Looking for a fight.
I think it's going to be a good episode this evening.
Oh, yes.
We didn't have an episode last week because I was getting all kinds of stuff sort of prepped and done before we left on the trip that I'm about to discuss. So I had some work to get done and animals to get squared away and all the things you do before you go out of town for a handful of days. And I think we'll make up for that lack of with this episode.
Yes.
We'll see.
1000%.
We should have to rename this pod The Late Show with Phil and Smitty. We're only a minute late.
Yeah.
Only a couple minutes. Oh my god, I shouldn't have started scratching, dude. Now I'm dying. I'm gonna send you a picture.
Don't do it. Don't do it.
We'll send you a picture of these.
Yes, smack it like new braids.
Nah. You're gonna think I have some sort of disease.
Oh, I know what it's like, man. I've legitimately been in your shoes wanting to kill myself from the itch. Dun, dun, dun.
A cure for the itch.
Insert innuendo.
No, well, we're here. This is episode 242.
Wow.
Closing in on 250.
Yes, sir.
This is brought to you by blackboxcages.com. Check them out. Facebook, Instagram. Use the code THN25 at checkout. Get a little bit off. And then if you want to double down on savings, there's a pickup option at checkout. So if you're within a reasonable drive of North Georgia, choose that option. Take a trailer, a truck, a U-Haul, a semi, whatever.
Your grandma's station wagon.
Your grandma's station wagon. Roll on up there. Pick it up. Take it home, enjoy it for a lifetime. Racks, cages, pretty much anything you could need. They've got it. New stuff coming soon. I need to get with Jen tomorrow and ask sort of when the tentative sort of release date is on some of that stuff. That way I can announce it proper.
Man.
And then hop on over to fullviewsapparel.com. Get yourself some shirts and hats and mugs and Daytona pickup is only going to be open for, I think, until the 8th is when that's the cutoff. That's going to be the last day. That'll give me plenty of time to get everything ordered, get everything printed. So that's just an option at pickup. There's no code or anything you have to put in. It should just be there as an option. So have a lot of people every year that seem to pick that option that aren't going to Daytona that somehow forget or don't realize that it's there and not free shipping. So
yeah,
most of the time it's friends. So I'm like, all right, we'll figure this out. But read, find, print.
Yes.
Hey, but use the code THN at checkout. Get 15% off your order. That is the exclusive promo code for THN listeners and viewers like you. I will say orders over $100 do ship free anyways. So if you're not going to Daytona, but you do want to load up, that should be an automatic discount. But it cannot be combined with the THN discount. I got to make something. I gotta eat.
You have to wet your beak.
Yeah, something like that. But speaking of wetting beaks, wet your beak with the best coffee around. Cold-blooded caffeine. This next Stogies blend. Just like Phil is doing there. Preferably with like a cold coffee, not a hot coffee, because I don't think that's borderline torturous.
No.
If you're just lapping at it like a cat.
I love a good lap.
Freak. Use the code SMOKE at checkout. That gets you a little bit of a discount too. Me and Phil get a little something from it. The coffee's really good, worth every penny. Some of that even goes to the Rainforest Alliance to help protect and conserve and
bring in the jungle
some of our natural resources globally. So please give them a follow at the very least on Facebook and Instagram. All that good stuff. What are you smoking this evening?
Tonight, I dug deep. Can you still hear that car alarm?
Barely.
All right. I dug deep in the humidor for this one. So I'm not the biggest fan of JC Newman, but tonight we're smoking the JC Newman Cigar Co. Double Crown Diamond Crown Maximus.
Oh, I don't think I've had that.
Yes. I really like the Julius Caesar that JC Newman does.
Do you really?
I do. It's weird. I really,
the reps would give it to me and I wouldn't even smoke it.
I'll be honest, man. Of the JC Newman stuff, the Julius Caesar was not too bad, man. I'm
really dark one with the light blue and
with the purple, the purple band.
Ooh,
it's got Caesar, and he's like, smoke my cigar. Anyway,
that's up there with Quorum as one of the worst cigars I've ever had in my life.
Somebody gave me this. I think my buddy Chris gave me this, and there were two. There was like a double Bellicoso and the Toro, and I always save the Toros. But yeah, this is like 4 or 5 year old stick, if not older. But it cut flawless.
There you go.
So it's rock and roll. And yourself, sir?
Rock and roll. So while I was in Tennessee, there's a shop there in town that has a kind of it's Big Boy Cigars in Dixon, Tennessee. Small humidor, not a crazy extensive selection or anything like that, but they carry these Juarez by Crown Heads, and that's got
the little bull on it, right?
It is a phenomenal
cigar. Yeah, the bull with the crown. Yep.
This is one from Crown Heads that continually impresses me. The price point is really good. I think these are like $10. It's Toro. Flavor wise, just the blend itself is just really good. So,
anything by them, man, is just
they've had a couple that I wasn't crazy about, but most of their stuff, most of their portfolio is really good. Like the Headley Grange.
Oh yeah, dude.
That one I wasn't into. But
what's the one with the
J.D. Howard was really good.
What's the one with the guy with the bowler hat?
Oh, that's
and his eyes aren't showing.
That's Caldwell.
It's Caldwell. Okay, Blind Man's Bluff. That's right. Sorry, I fucked that up.
That's a good one too.
Sorry, this is a good one too.
But Crown Heads does the La Imperiosa, which I'm a very big fan of. Once a year they do the Las Calaveras, which the blend is different year to year, but it's a cool limited thing they do. And most of the time, those are pretty good. There's been a couple years where it's been a little meh. They do good stuff. They put the Jericho Hill.
The Jericho. I know you've had. Dude, the Jericho Hill.
Jericho Hill's a good one.
Fantastic. Yeah, fantastic.
Juarez, man, this is one of their best in my opinion.
Yeah.
And coincidentally, one of their sort of like, I won't necessarily say budget friendly, but one of their on the lower end as far as price points go, which I've found with a lot of brands, that tends to be some of their best stuff. I don't know why. Like Placencia, some of their best stuff is their cheapest stuff. Dunbarton Tobacco and Trust, his best stuff is his cheapest stuff. Like
his best stuff is all of his stuff.
I don't know. It's just weird. Like,
speaking of Dunbarton Tobacco, did you try the Red Meat Lover something?
Yes.
It's the expanded version of the Red Meat Lover.
They have a couple different sizes of it now.
But you know what I'm talking about? It's not a Red Meat Lover. It's the Red Meat Lover Especial or some crap.
Maybe not.
I saw it in a cigar journal and I was like, oh, I don't think I've had that one.
I tried it in like 2 of the sizes and it was, I don't know. I need to revisit it. I don't remember it being anything that stood out.
Yeah. Not to shift gears on you from your Juarez, forgive me, but it just clicked in my brain. Drew Estate Blackened M81,
the Connecticut.
No, this one's the Maduro. The Connecticut's S something.
Yeah, that's shade.
Okay.
That's
Yeah, shade, yes.
shade to
So
black.
both of those, is it like a metallic influence or
Yes.
something?
Yeah.
Okay, because I was just like shade to black. You know what I mean?
That was the whole like because
Okay.
they had a like a bourbon or a whiskey that they came out with as well.
Ah.
It was a whole thing, and that was one of their better releases too. Like the Connecticut, when I first smoked it, I was like, I didn't care for it, but
Okay.
having let them sit at the shop for a handful of months now, going on a year,
Yeah.
using them, that blend is interesting and actually very different.
Okay.
But
Okay.
that original M81 is phenomenal. That was in one of the freestyle packs where you get unlabeled cigars, you don't know what it is, you kind of have to
Oh,
guess the
really?
blend. And I was all about those before they
Yeah,
hit the
because that,
shelves.
like I
That was
said,
a phenomenal smoke.
I don't pick up Cigar Aficionado ever, but every once in a while I'll get Cigar Journal and kind of just flip through it, because I think that one's seasonal, right? And
Probably.
yeah, like I get the summer one, whatever. And there's a bunch of great reads. And I also love how Cigar Journal does 50% English, 50% Spanish. So
Do
like
they?
it lets, oh yeah, like almost every article, like it's 2 columns. One column's the English, and then the exact same things in Spanish. So like I try to read the Spanish, and I get through some of it, but when I get stuck, I can literally just move my eyes to the left, and boom, now I'm in English. But
Can
yeah,
cheat. Say like, yeah, I'm reading the
yeah,
section.
exactly. But no, I saw the blackened, and I was like, I think it said Hatfield in there
Yeah.
because like he's got a hand in it or whatever. But yeah, I
Yeah.
wanted to pick your brain on that.
It was a whole like release. Like they had ashtrays that were shaped like the Jackson or whatever it is he plays.
Yeah,
It was a thing. So it is a very good cigar though.
nice. I'll check it out. The 81, right?
Yes,
Yeah.
both are good, but I
Both are
recommend the darker one over the two.
Cool, man.
It's just a good. I gotta get some cigars for Daytona and stuff. I'll snag a couple.
I appreciate that sincerely. I got to go get Platinum Novas to bring up for Daytona. Yeah. And I messaged my guy on the Secret Sauce, and he's like, "Oh man, I got you, bro. I got you. We're in it." I'm like, "Okay, don't forget about me again this year." So we shall see, because it's the witching hour. We got 2 weeks till Daytona.
I think. Let me look. It's the 17th.
Oh, we got like 12 days. 13 days.
4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12.
Hey.
Inside of 2 weeks. Less, because I guess like Thursday we're going. So that's, oh my God, that's the week after next. No, it's next week.
It's next week.
Holy shit.
Yeah, it's not this week. It's next week. Right?
Yeah, like we're leaving the 14th.
Yeah.
So that's next Thursday.
Yeah, I will be fashionably late. I have work engagements, but I'm gonna be there.
What day are y'all coming up?
I'll be there Friday afternoon.
Oh, okay.
Friday evening, I should say. So
Gotcha.
I missed the Friday morning, Friday day hooligans, but yeah.
Fashionably late.
Fashionably late. Tastefully late. Yes.
My legs look like I have leprosy. Did you see the picture I sent?
No, oh no. I was gonna say, just show them on camera.
I can't, dude.
Don't
YouTube will flag it.
Yeah, it's pretty bad, man. I literally know exactly how you feel. My legs have looked exactly like that.
Katie saw it and she was like, "What the fuck?"
Yeah,
this is from the first day. So I just got like literally been on the road all day. Woke up at 6. Woke up at 5:30. Didn't leave Tennessee till 6:30. Got home at like just before 6. Been on the road all day, from a short trip out to some family in Tennessee. The only family that I don't have living here in Beaufort in South Carolina. Just an impromptu thing, not a herp trip, not like specifically going to herp.
Sure.
This is the first time I have been out there during the warmer months, because typically when I go out there, it's usually November and it gets pretty cold out there. So when we decided kind of short notice that we were going to go do this is the first time I've been out there in spring or summer, like in the warmer months when everything's green, in at least 20 years. And the last time I went and it was like this, I was a kid. I found a big old timber on
Nice.
on the property. So when we decided we were going, I was like, we got to go for timbers again. It's got to happen. I don't see enough of them. So I have pictures. I did plenty of herping while we were there. So there was no like agendaed itinerary trip. It basically was like, I'm going to go walk when I feel like walking. I got a short list of stuff I want to see. I'm going to do what I can to find it. I did in my walkabout. I did a lot of philosophizing on herping as I was out there, literally lost in a maze of hollers and the Tennessee landscape. So I figured we would sort of get into it here.
Yeah, dive in, man.
So it's central Tennessee. We're like talking west of Nashville, out farmland. Nearest like legitimate town as you would know it is about a 25-minute drive away.
Okay.
Just to kind of paint you a picture, let me bring up so we got there Thursday. I was getting philosophical. That's right. Got there Thursday and basically unpacked the car, got my hook, put on my boots, and got out there. I was like, you know what? I know where I'm going to go. I know where there's some tin and things.
Now, did you do the Google Earth thing the day before, night before?
No.
Or you just knew because you've been there a bunch of times?
I knew the property that the house is on and stuff.
Okay.
It is near Clarksville, Jack. I won't give exact locations. Not that anyone is going to be able to find this place, but let me get lit real quick.
Yeah, get lit. All those people putting air tags in Smitty's muffler, trying to find the good snake spots up there in Clarksville.
It's not Clarksville, but we'll say it's Clarksville. How about that?
Fair enough. Duly
Dixon.
noted.
Let's say Dixon.
Dixon.
It's not the exact town, but it's the closest town.
Okay.
So Uncle has a bunch of tin stuff on his property behind his tractor shed. So first stop that I made Thursday afternoon. This is actually the backyard by the chicken coop, which they have a giant rat snake that apparently has been stealing eggs. So I went to go look for that. First of all, with no luck, just saw a rat. No rat snake.
It's still good.
Flip this. There was nothing under it, but as I was going, so you're going to see a lot of pictures of like random landscape stuff because basically before I flipped anything, I was like, let me take a picture of it so that when we talk about it, I can at least be like, this is what I found under it. I found nothing under this. I found nothing under the.
I don't know what you're doing, but I love the fact that you can zoom in.
Yeah, I'm on Google Drive. I just loaded a Google Drive folder.
Good.
Figured it works a little better.
Look at us prepared.
I know.
You know, these are also my favorite pictures because sometimes there's a snake in the shot that you didn't see when you were actually there.
Mm-hmm.
Dude, I look at people's shots like this all the time online, and I'm like, man, there's got to be a snake in this photo that nobody knows about.
So what's wild is like, there's no pines here. Like they have areas of pines, but it's not like what we're used to.
Yeah.
On the coast and stuff, where it's loblollies or longleafs, and that's like it. Like there's literally no pine trees. It's strange. It's bizarre to A, see everything so green because I'm typically there in the fall, and then B, not see any pines anywhere is strange. So yeah. This was directly behind the house. Again, didn't see anything. Looked for a rat snake, didn't see a rat snake. With every little like spot like this that I came across, I got slightly more and more aroused because I was like, this is all looking so good.
Delicious.
Yep. So this is behind the tractor shed.
Bro, what a primo shed, bro.
And again, I was like, here's some tin right here. Here's some tin right here. There's some tin and some boards over
Dude,
here. I was
tin
like,
that's covered in leaf litter. That's like,
if there
ugh.
isn't something hanging out
Yeah.
under here, I'm going to be upset. Well, long story short, I was upset because there was nothing under these.
Oh,
That's so this whole there's an arc to the story. Okay, it gets good. If you follow me on Instagram, you know where we're going. You know where it goes. But for 2 days, because we were there Thursday, got there Thursday, we were there Friday, Saturday, Sunday, came back today. So I had 3 days basically to find my target, which was timbers. Secondary targets were the Lamprey-Peltis nigra. I don't remember the common name on them. And then there's a third one. That was kind of
black king snake,
right? Kind of the two main ones that I was hoping to find. Anything else would be a bonus, basically, is where I was at. So, again, first day, a couple minutes after I had finished searching around the backyard there by the chicken coop and stuff, didn't see anything. Came over here, flipped some stuff. Side note, gloves would have been really handy because I don't know how up to date my tetanus shots are. There's a lot of rust, a lot of sharp old metals.
Oh yeah.
So next time I'm gonna pack some gloves. There's things we'll circle back to that because there's some things that I wish I was more prepared with. And so we'll get to that at the end.
Oh yeah.
So gloves would have been nice. Some of these were so buried, like this giant telephone pole. Unfortunately, I couldn't really pull this whole stack up. I could get probably 2/3 of it up, but because this telephone pole was laying on it, it wasn't going anywhere. Looked around, didn't see anything here. Checked back where some of the equipment gets parked every now and then. Some other things, didn't see anything. Carried on. Went up the trail. Weirdest thing was I found multiple box turtles.
Dude, that's such a good looking turtle, man.
Very nice looking. This was a male. So this was up the trail, going back a ways. If you go up past this, I don't know, can you see my cursor?
Yeah.
So on this side, there's a trail that goes up and into the woods. Part of the the maze of hollers. Like I said, this is mostly guys in my family go here to hunt, and so they have deer stands all over this property. Like there's bush hog trails and roads and stuff all through this joint. So I started walking that one, looked around some of the stands and blinds they had, that haven't been used, but they left there. And this little male box turtle was hanging out. I won't say little, he was an adult. Probably one of the nicest box turtles I've ever seen.
Dude, it looks like you just shined it up with like baby oil.
I didn't. Well, it had just rained. Like we just got like a really, really heavy torrential downpour.
Oh,
and
dude, that's so good.
Once it cleared up, I was like, temperatures dropped. It just got a really heavy rain. So I was like, I got to get out there. I got to start looking around. After, I'd searched that tractor shed, it started raining. I went back inside, rain stopped, sun came out. And I was like, fuck yeah, let's go. Got back out there, found this male. This is him sitting on the ground. I was waiting for him to pop his head out because this thing, dude, those yellowfoot tortoises, how they have the yellow plates and stuff all over the head?
Yeah.
This guy had that.
Oh, that's cool.
In a level I have never seen on a box turtle. And I sat there for probably 10 minutes waiting for him to come out, and it wasn't happening. So I tried to get a good shot of it. Maybe I can zoom in. Not really.
Dude, he boxed himself up.
Yeah. You can kind of see some of the plates here, but like just neon yellow scales on the top of the head and on the face, like unbelievable.
That's cool.
I'm really bummed I didn't get a shot of that before he. I should have taken a picture before I picked him up. So that's another thing I learned is if you find a box turtle and you want to get a picture of it, snap a picture before you grab it because you're not going to see its face. So this is sort of the habitat part of the habitat that we're looking at. This is more of the flatter portions of the area because it's very hilly, it's very rocky. And this was again after that rain. Let's see if you can, trails. This is kind of when I'm talking about hollers and stuff. It's these little clearings. It's not like an actual dedicated road, which I did go do some road cruising one night for about an hour. Didn't see a damn thing. I think it was the same night as actually the night of this first day. Again, with the rain and the temperature drop, I was like, surely stuff's going to be moving.
Yeah.
Didn't see a thing except for some giant bullfrogs. So then on my way back to the house, another box turtle. This one was a female.
Oh, wow. Look at that.
This time I was like, let me get a picture of it, in situ.
Hell yeah.
So that was her hanging out. The camouflage is real. Kind of see her again. She was a little smaller.
Dude, what color, man? Oh,
yeah.
What color?
Really healthy.
Nice.
And obviously, for whatever reason, the two females I found did not like fully box up and hide. They kind of just did this.
Yeah.
And I'm sure that's not necessarily a gender thing, but I just thought it was interesting. But
I will say this, of all the box turtles I found in the wild, the South Florida ones really don't box up. But like going north, North Florida, Georgia,
oh, the ones here, dude.
Up,
They do.
up,
I
even
think
up
it's
north,
the
like in New
raccoons,
Jersey.
honestly. Like if the raccoons and coyotes and stuff, I firmly believe that has a direct impact as far as how many of like what populations do that more so than others.
For sure. Look at the red feet, man. Look at that. Great looking turtle.
This is the sort of the general area where I found that female, kind of over in some of this sort of down trees and brush and stuff.
Dude, that leaf litter is all year round. Look at that.
Yeah. It's when those leaves drop, man, it drops hard. So.
Hey, that's a great picture for backdrop. That's a great picture for a backdrop in an enclosure. Look at that one.
This on the other side of the like paved road where you would turn to go to the house, they have a creek that runs parallel to the road for I don't know how many miles.
Wow.
So on the other side of this creek, if you walk across, there's this giant cut. It's basically a cut, and it's probably a solid 30 or 40 feet tall. It's kind of hard to tell from the picture. So I was like, well, let me go walk along
this is a natural erosion cut?
Yes. Yeah.
That's awesome.
Yeah. So walked the length of it. Didn't see anything except for some spider webs.
Dude, we should have gone back there at night.
I took up my black light just in case because I was wondering if they had Vehovis there or not. Because I saw some reports that maybe there was some sort of a little more north of the county I was in.
Okay.
Didn't really see anything though. So walked this, again, didn't see anything. After that, down the road and around the bend, there's this old tobacco barn.
That's another great landscape backdrop for an enclosure. Bro, that's your black rat snake. That's your corn snake enclosure. Yeah. Look at that.
Yeah.
Great shot, bro.
So this is on the other side of where that creek was, but this is like on the side that cuts under that paved road. There's this old tobacco barn that's awesome. been abandoned. I don't know how old it is.
Did you go inside and find a vintage cutter?
When I took this picture, I didn't because I didn't have my headlamp, and it is dark in there because we were getting close to sundown and visibility was shit, and there's a ton of wood and stuff in there. So I was like, I ain't trying to get nailed by something that I can't see.
Yeah.
So I was like, tomorrow I'm gonna come back. I'm gonna hit it with the headlamp, and we'll see what happens. So
nice.
This is when I found another female box turtle. I saw this one twice. So I didn't take a picture the next day when I found her again, but took a picture real quick before I picked her up.
Sean's in the chat.
Camouflage.
Sean's in the chat and says, Smitty out there tripping over box turtles. It's very true.
Yeah. I was like, this is all I'm gonna see. Because so far I hadn't seen a snake. I hadn't seen any DORs. I haven't seen any signs of snakes. Like I was like, I don't know. This is just going to be a box turtle trip, which I'm not upset about.
Yeah, still cool, man. And everyone is so variable.
It's great to see when you're finding them regularly like that. Like when you see a population is more than healthy.
Yeah.
And I found a shell of a dead one not far from this one either. So, they're there for sure. There's no shortage of them. Same thing. The hatred in the eyes. It's like, what are you doing to me?
Eat me, get it over with.
So I put her back, and then when I came back the next day, I look over. She had crawled under this part of the board here, like into the barn there, and she was just hanging out. I didn't mess with her. I was like, oh, hey, buddy.
Cool.
Fancy meeting you here. This is right behind that barn, so
another great enclosure backdrop.
When I'm thinking like timbers and like in our case, sort of cane breaks down here, when you get in sort of the swampier areas and you get all this, knee high, calf high growth. Like when I think of prime habitat for copperheads and water moccasins and things like that, like,
things of that sort.
Yeah, I was like, this is what I think of. Which goes back to one of the things I was philosophizing about as I was walking around of like, we have this idea in our heads of what if, we see something like this and we're like, there's no way there's not snakes living here. Like this is exactly how you would see it in books.
In my mind.
But it's like, is that reality? Is that, it may look perfect, but it may not, it may have something missing. Like the food availability may not be there. Like there's two of the three things necessary for something to survive. There's plenty of water and there's plenty of shelter, but if there's not food, then it's missing that critical element.
Right.
So you're not going to really see much. So as I'm walking around, I'm like, man, I keep seeing all these spots and everything looks so perfect and like textbook, picturesque. Like this is what you see on Instagram when the bros are posting the timber posed on the log. And I'm like, how come I'm not seeing anything? I don't know what's going on. So then same barn, just from the road. You can kind of see how tucked back it is, how thick it is.
It's a perfect little glen.
Probably haunted. So then this is going back up towards the house to kind of show you, like, it's very rocky up there. And so when you see these things, like these sort of rock, I don't even know what you'd really call them, like outcroppings, kind of like,
I guess just
huddles of them.
Yeah.
You think of Pennsylvania and you think of like the timbers up there and how like these things, and even in Texas with clobs and lepidus and stuff like that, like this is what you think of when you see them. And so like I started walking these hills and looking around these on like, crazy steep grades and things like that. Nothing. So again, I'm like, what gives? Like I'm looking at these things, I'm looking at these pictures, I'm looking at this habitat, and on paper, there should be a timber, at the very least a copperhead or something hanging out in these, right?
Yeah.
Which, another philosophized point is, throughout the trip, I'd look at these sort of spots on the hills and think like, I'm not going to go look at that one. There's, that one doesn't look like there's not a whole lot of sort of cracks and crevices and stuff that I might interpret as something wanting to use as a den. So then I'm like, well, if I keep having that mentality, I'm never going to see anything.
Right.
Like if you're a traveling salesman, you're going door to door. If you look at a door and say, well, that door's a darker red, I don't think that's the kind of person that's going to want to buy my Bibles. Then you're going to do that with every house you go to, and you're not going to sell anything.
Yeah.
So it was like, even if it doesn't look perfect, go check it out anyways, which traditionally is not something I've done. I've self-confessed that I'm an extremely lazy herper, and I'm very quick to write off spots. That I'm like, it doesn't look good. It doesn't look perfect. It doesn't look how I think it should be for something to be there. Because I feel like those are the ones that actually do have stuff when you least expect it. The ones you write off. So I made a point that when I saw some of these spots, whether I had a good feeling about them or not, at least investigate.
Yeah.
You don't necessarily have to spend, an hour looking around every damn rock, but at least check it out. Because maybe there's something you're not seeing. In terms of like the dimensions of things, like maybe there's a spot, a dip behind one of those stacks of rocks that you're not aware of, that you just can't see from the angle you're at. Because again, like we're talking really steep grades. It's a workout. It's like Lost Mine levels, West Texas, like steep. it was a hike. So as I saw those, I said, do better, look harder. This is inside that tobacco barn.
Wow.
Snap this. Found a salamander in here. I think it was a 2-line salamander.
Cool.
That was it.
Damn. No like vintage cigar cutters or anything?
No.
Damn.
I looked in the rafters. Like there weren't even really bats hanging out in there, which I was kind of surprised.
No tobacco signage?
No.
Man.
Flipped some of these boards. I didn't go too deep in there because, again, I didn't have any gloves or anything, and I just had my field hook. And because I didn't want to, like, there's some newer stuff in here. Like, this tank is not that old, and it's plastic, like, fully, like, a modern water tank of sorts. So I was like, clearly someone's keeping some stuff here, so let me not, like, turn all this up and you know, fuck everything up.
Now, this is not your uncle's or family property? This is like a neighbor?
This is a neighboring property.
Okay.
But didn't see anything. Flipped, a good bit of the sort of the bigger stuff, like what you had around here. Checked under this thing. It's a big, like, fiberglass tank of some sorts. I rolled that a little bit to see if there's anything under it. Nothing. So, again, like, picturesque.
Yeah.
In your mind, this would be a magnet.
Again, another amazing backdrop for, like, rat snakes.
There very may well have been copperheads or something, like, deep, because this stack that ain't just like a single layer of wood. Like, it went down. Like, there's a lot of wood there.
Yeah.
And I was like, I'm not gonna tear all this up to for no reason. And I didn't have any gloves with me. Like, it's a really good recipe to get nailed by something. So I was like, let me just sort of poke around a little bit and then move on.
Yeah.
So again, going up, like, this spot, did I walk up in this? I did walk up in this. I got all the way up in here. There's a whole bunch of big rocks and stuff together up on here.
And you didn't flip these rocks for, like, salamanders and stuff?
No, some of them are huge, dude. Like, they may not look big, but we're talking like a couple 100 pounds easy.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Like boulders. Yeah.
Okay.
So poked around a little bit, again, expecting to see a lot more stuff sort of up here on this little sort of ridge, because that's where a lot of the rocks, holes and hibernaculum type stuff you would expect to see kind of were.
Yeah.
Nothing. Here's a better picture. Like, when I see these, I sort of went into it with the expectation that I would see a timber sunning itself like you would see a pygmy out of a gopher burrow, kind of just hanging out on the edge.
Yeah.
Soaking up a little bit here and there.
And you can see how steep it is in that photo. You can see, like, that's a hill.
That's me. That's at, like, the top of this.
Yeah.
Walking up all that. It just, again, like, when I see that, I'm like, man, if I were a timber, I'd be hanging out in that. If I were a copperhead, I'd be hanging out in that. And again, there may have been some that lived down here in this little section or something. They just weren't out. But I didn't see anything. There's nothing up here.
Yeah.
I poked around this whole area for probably 20 minutes, looking around, checking all the different cracks and crevices, and nothing. So at this point, this is the second day. Third day.
Okay.
This is the third day, because the second day I went out for a little bit. I walked for probably hour and a half. And I was like, whatever. It's hot, I'm tired. It wasn't super hot. So this whole trip, it was like highest was low 80s. So it was actually really good weather for that. But when you're walking around and stuff, it got sweaty, and I'm fat. So this was yesterday. So this was the third day. I was like, this is the last day I'm here. So I'm going to go out and I'll walk until my freaking feet bleed. Like, I got to find something. Right. So this is, as halfway through the trip. At this point, we're like late morning, mid-morning, because there's a time zone difference. So I was waking up way earlier than I normally do. Like, my biological clock was all jacked up. I have to wet my whistle. So at this point, I'm tired. I'm starting to question what I did to piss God off as to why, like, I wasn't seeing anything, wasn't finding anything. There was no semblance of a snake anywhere.
Look at that picture, though, dude. You are a great backdrop snake enclosure photographer.
Thank you. This is
Look
an old
at
pump
that.
house from an old house that has. I'll show you momentarily what the remains are of that house. But this was where their well pump was.
That's cool.
There's a little creek right here and a spring actually in this. So there's a lot of natural springs in these creeks and stuff. So there's a little creek that comes out from here and kind of goes around. This was like a little island I was standing on. So I peeked around in here. I was like, hey, maybe something's hanging out. It's nice and cool. There's water. There's shelter. I didn't see really much in the way of like food options as far as like small lizards or frogs. There was tadpoles in the creek and stuff, but that was it. This is just past that, so this is like looking that little pump is literally right off to the right here.
Okay.
So that little creek is just trickling.
Is that river on your left side?
That's bigger, yeah. Opening.
Oh, okay.
Creek. It's shallow. Like we're talking like the deepest part of this little section of creek was like 6 inches.
Okay.
It's not a lot. It gets deeper.
Primo ambystoma.
Yeah. They have hellbenders too. I don't know if they get hellbenders in that particular part of the state, but they do have hellbenders in Tennessee.
Nice.
So this is what was left of that house.
Wow.
This was a house that used to be there. That little pump house was across the way from it. Again, I was like, I saw this stack of tin. I was like, this has to be it.
Yeah.
Like I absolutely refuse to believe that there was nothing in this stack. I was like, it's old. No one comes out here, so it's untouched. Like no one's messing with this. There's not herpers coming out there flipping this stuff. Like it's not going to happen. There's game cameras all over the place. If they see people they don't recognize, being my uncle and the fellow property owners in the area, like they're gonna notify each other and they're gonna be on the lookout.
Yeah.
No one's flipping this looking for snakes. So I was like, this is untouched, undisturbed. This has to be it. Like this has got to be the spot where timbers are gonna be, without a doubt. Okay. Flipped it. This is not what I found. This was further up. But long story short, spent probably 10 or 15 minutes flipping through some of this stuff. Found another salamander. That was it.
Okay.
Nothing. I was like, at this point, then I was like really wondering, like, what the hell? Like, what am I missing? What's going on? Like, what am I doing wrong? I'm not a religious person, but again, I was like, what I do? What's up, Jesus? Like, what are you mad at me about? Because I'm probably, if I had to guess, like somewhere between 1 and 2 miles deep into walking. You know, we're talking hills and peaks and valleys and hollers and fingers and ridges and nothing.
Crick.
Yep.
Cricks.
And I'm not seeing anything. So I'm like, I was like, maybe I should just turn around and go home. So then at this point I was like, no, because I know if I keep looking, like you put in the time, statistically, you're going to find what you're looking for.
Got to do the work, man.
I was like,
put in the work.
Like, keep going. Don't stop. Keep pushing through. Like, it's still early in the day at this point. We're looking at, I think it was probably coming up on 10 a.m.
Okay. It was still early.
If not a little later than that.
Yeah, but still early, man. Still,
so I
still
was
not
like, keep
smoldering.
Going. Don't stop. At this point, we're still like in the high 70s temperatures wise. So like, I wasn't worried about it getting too hot and things not moving. So after walking probably another half a mile at least up past this, I find a field. In this field off to the right, it like opened up and I noticed some tin. Like I noticed some stacks of like literally like nothing like this. Like we're talking like 4 sheets of tin sort of scattered with each other and then another patch of like 2 sheets of tin, 10 yards from that. Right. So I go to that first patch of 10 that's
And you think
30
that was
yards.
intentionally put there?
I don't.
Nice.
No, I don't. I think it was somehow it just ended up there.
Yeah.
Right on the edge of this field. I didn't get pictures of the field. I should have. Let me make sure I didn't. I'm almost positive I didn't. But again, trying to document some of these things as best I could. I'm on somebody's game camera up there. I can tell you that.
Yeah, but I mean, when they see you, with shorts and a snake hook and not
My
a
black cap
rifle,
shirt.
yeah, not a rifle and camouflage, like they know you're not poaching,
Well, I mean, at this point, I'm lost. Like, I have Google Maps pulled up on my phone, and I could see where I was in relation to the house. But I was like, I don't know where I am. I'm somewhere. Like I'm on somebody's property. I don't know whose.
Yeah.
I'm deep. So that first little stack of like 2 sheets of tin off to the right as I get to this field, I flip a ring neck. So I'm like, sweet,
Cool.
I'm not completely skunked. Like
Dirt Snake Mafia.
I was like, that's something. I love Diodophis. It musked the hell out of me, and I was like, that's my consolation prize for all this hard work.
Hells yeah.
So I was like, awesome. What do I have next? Yeah, I got the belly. Got to get the belly shot.
Gotta get the belly shot. Hell yeah.
Really nice little punctatus. And so, like, I'm like, awesome, cool. I found something. Like, at this point, as I got to this field, I was like, I don't know where I am. Like, it's a long walk back. I was like, it's time to go home. Like, it's time to just start walking back because it's going to take me a solid hour and a half to walk back to the house at this point because it's a lot of hills and stuff and it's exhausting and I'm beat and I'm sweaty, like drenched, fucking tired. I didn't bring any water with me. That seems to be a running problem of mine. I happened to get a radio from my uncle because they were driving past me to go put up some deer stands in one spot, and he's like, here, take this just in case, because cell service is kind of shoddy up there. If you're at the top of some of these hills and stuff, you get service, but if you go down into the valleys and stuff between those hills, like it drops out, which we'll come back to the dumb part of this whole thing and the stupidity on my part in the what if section. So found this ring neck. I was like, okay, well, let me go look at this other stack of 10. I'm not seeing anything at this point. My spirit's pretty beat. I happen to look over.
You guys are fucking good.
The audio,
I mean, it's kind of good audio, man. I got to be honest.
And I see this absolute beast.
The board of boards.
Dude, that timber's sitting right here. Like I look over and that timber's just hanging out. And I'm like, holy shit. And so I look over to the right or the left. And there's another timber hanging out right there next to it. And then I don't know what I'm doing, but I have the camera pointing to the ground for like a solid 10 seconds because there's nothing there. So then I'm like, holy fuck, right? I'm like, I did it. Oh my God, they're there. And I guess I say I did it loosely because it's like it really didn't do anything, just happened to be in the right place at the right time. But, regardless, I'm walking because I see there's a darker one and then there's a lighter one. And so the darker one's the closest one to me. So I start walking up to it. And at that point, I'm also like, shit, I need to probably be watching my feet because if there's two hanging out, then surely there's some others.
Yeah.
See, do I have any way of making this like high resolution?
I mean, it looks good. It's just hard to see because
that's
the grass, And then every time you show the scrubber bar, it gets dimmer,
Does it?
Yeah.
Here. You take it back. So this is the darker one right here, draped over those logs. And I'm looking at my feet because I'm like, let me double check before I walk up on this one. None of them have rattled. Like none of them have moved. None of them have
And dude,
buzzed.
look at it just chilling there,
It's
man.
just sitting there.
Ah,
And
look
so
at
then
the
I'm like, sweet. And then I
velvetiness.
realized there's a third one right here that's gravid as fuck. Right?
Nice.
So that's the other one, the first one I saw.
All right, you gotta rewind and then
Let
don't.
me rewind. I'll pause
Yeah,
it.
and then I'll say rewind and then don't put your cursor over the screen because it gets darker.
So this is that darker one, right? This is
Yeah.
the third one I didn't notice. And then the original one I saw is right over here.
Oh yeah.
And I'm like, holy shit, there's 3 of them. Like, oh my God.
Yeah. Just chilling.
And where I just found that ring neck was right behind me. Again, not even 30 yards, actually. It's probably closer to like 10. But they were just hanging, right?
That's awesome.
And this one was so dark. It was incredible. So I'm like, well, shit, let me go ahead. Like, here's a picture of that darker one.
Oh yeah, dude. Look at that thing. Screamer.
Just mocha, dude.
Legit mocha.
Pitch black. I mean, I was like, ooh.
You can hear it in your voice, bro. You really can.
I didn't know what to fucking do. I was like, oh my God. Like, I was happy just to see one, and then when I look over and there's multiples.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
This is the 3 that I saw initially.
Just listen to that.
Burp. Got a picture with the Fulvius hat because it's an obligatory thing at this point.
Of course, of course. Oh yeah. Dude, they're all healthy as a horse, man.
Dude, they were fat. I have no doubt that the bulk of them were females, and I have very little doubt that the bulk of them were gravid, that the bulk of them were pregnant, because some of them looked like they were absolutely about to fucking pop.
That's great. That's so good. It's such a great feeling, man. Like, not only did you find them and get to interact with them and get photos and videos, but they're all healthy and they're gravid, and like that's why we do this, man. That's awesome.
And it took a minute to get them to really stop and pose up too, because for the most part, like they just wanted to get the fuck away from me. Like, even hooking them, they were like just not really riding the hook all that well. It took a few minutes with all 3 of them to get them to just stop and sit there, and then once they did, they didn't move. Like they were.
Yeah, it's because they know that they can wreck you.
Yeah,
you know?
Yeah.
They know that they're like the top dog, and oof.
So I find these 3, and I'm like, this is awesome. Mission accomplished.
Great shots too, man. Crystal clear.
It's now all worth it. Thank you, Samsung, because I'm not an iPhone guy. So I'm like, well, shit, maybe if there's at least one of them that's gravid, I was like, maybe the male that knocked him up is, hanging out too. So, this is one of the other ones. One of the 3.
Dude, imagine if you got these guys to shed. Oh my God.
Dude, yeah. And so I think some of them, like the darker one is definitely a darker one, but I think you get sort of the integrate between the darks and the yellows to get this sort of look. This is the big dark one, the one that I initially like. See how fat that thing is, and this look at how distended that scalation is there.
Yeah, for sure.
It's like y'all got to be packing how to squirt out a bunch of freaking babies, man.
God willing. Dude, that's too fucking cool.
It was having them all like in sync and stuff like that. And I was giddy as shit. So then again, like I'm like, hey, let me see if there's maybe another one under the tin they were all hanging out under, because I was like 3 big timbers like that. Like surely maybe there's one more floating around.
Surely there must be one more.
There's one more floating around. So then I flip this.
Oh my Lanta.
6 more under that fucking tin. So there's the 3. And they were all just hanging out. And because this is the second time I flipped that tin, right? I flipped it, saw them all, said, holy shit, video called the group again and was like, y'all, it gets better.
Meanwhile, I am with Anna Maria's family and her. We're like together, and my phone keeps going off, and then like she's like, "Who's that? Who keeps calling?" And I said, "Oh, that's the group chat. Somebody butt dialed the entire Instagram group chat, and they keep butt dialing." And meanwhile, my dumb ass, it was Smitty trying to show us this once in a lifetime experience. Man, incredible.
Yeah. So I'm like at a loss for words at that point, dude. I flip it and I'm like, what the fuck?
Can you zoom in on the cluster and just hold it there?
I can try to. Let me see. Zoom in. Wait for it to zoom in on my phone, and then I'll pause it.
Yeah. Man.
But I counted. There may have been more. I counted 6 plus the 3 that I had pulled, so I counted 9. But there very well may have been another one that I, 1 or 2 that I just didn't see.
And see, I guess when I first saw the video that you sent me, I didn't realize that the first 3 weren't in this group. I thought they were in there with them.
No, that's in addition to. Lisa asked if they were all gravid. They all looked it, but I figured statistically the odds of them all being female and all being gravid were probably pretty slim.
I was gonna say that one that's the bottom most one in this picture, that looks kind of like a boy.
Mm-hmm.
And then that one that backed up kind of looked like a boy, but I mean, who the hell knows? They all have that thick tail.
Well, then the question is like, do males only combat in the spring, like, or do they combat year round?
Well, I don't know, because I've had adult males that I kept together and they didn't give a crap. Yeah, they just didn't care. So, I mean, I had 4 or 5 cane breaks at one point and all adults, and they just didn't give a crap. So,
but either way,
either way,
I think maybe the 3 that I saw initially that were out from under that tin were the ones that were like legit gravid or at least late term, and they were out basking.
Yeah, that could be. That could very well be. That makes a lot of sense.
Because they were also
late in the morning too, a
little bigger than these others too. Like these ones were definitely adults and they were like healthy and big, but those first 3 they had a little bit more size on the rest of these. Like these were all definitely not the same size. They were a little smaller.
Yeah. Can you zoom in on that shot right there or no?
I don't think so.
Can't like roll your mouse or whatever.
No, it's not.
Okay.
That's just exiting full screen.
Wow.
So
killer.
Again, I'm like, holy shit. Here we go.
Now, would you consider this a den?
Yes.
I would consider this a den.
We'll get to that in a second because it gets more interesting.
Oh, I'm here, baby.
Look at the aberrant pattern on this one. I didn't even notice that.
Yeah,
the chevrons are broken up on that.
That's the keeper right there.
And then how dark this one in particular was. It was kind of like hiding behind this grass a little bit, but
yeah,
super dark. So let me get an actual count because see that was 1, 2, 3, because I think the head of this one is peeked out under there. 4, 5, 6.
No, that's not 7. Hold on a second.
1,
yeah,
2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, that's just 6.
Okay.
So there's this other piece of tin under here. I didn't even look because obviously all these guys were hanging out. I was like, I can't exactly flip that to see what was under it.
Right.
Because I really wasn't trying to like get these to scatter and take.
Yeah. You didn't want to ruin their day.
But there was this other piece of tin right here that I think you can kind of see. I did flip under that, and there was a copperhead hanging under there.
No pictures?
No, because I looked at the copperhead for like 2 seconds. I was like, cool, dude. I was like, sorry, it was in shed too, so I was like, you're really it's copperhead. Felt kind of bad. So this was when I put the original 3 back. So I put that tin back down over that group, which is also wild because looking at that tin and how it was sitting and the size of the snakes under that, you would think that tin wouldn't be sitting very flush with the ground because of how much stuff.
Yeah. Yeah.
You looked at it before I had even flipped it, you wouldn't think anything of it. It looked like any other piece of just random ass tin sitting on the ground.
Wow.
So the darker one went under this piece of tin, and then over here, one of them, there's an armadillo burrow. So what I noticed is there were a ton of armadillo burrows everywhere. Like armadillos are very healthy out there in that part of Tennessee and pretty much anywhere they set foot on. So going back to the den site thing, I'm really wondering if those armadillo burrows and stuff scattered throughout the property, if those as almost like gopher tortoise burrows for
Sure.
species. So when I've tried to like endoscope some of those burrows here for armadillos, dude, they go deep. Like they go far. They're pretty curious. So I'm thinking, yeah, like this whole setup here with the tin and that armadillo burrow and everything, like this is a den site. I have a hard time believing that you'd find that many timbers together if it wasn't.
Yeah.
Like, that doesn't seem coincidental to me at all. I don't know. So I got that picture of that one going down into the burrow and putting it back to go on top of it and go try and get rid of the massive erection I had at this point.
Nice. Nice. Very cool, man. Very freaking cool. Dude, look how black that snake is.
Fit under that piece of tin. Yeah. Back. So this is part of that creek.
Yeah, I mean, how do you top that? Just
limestone.
Call it a day, go home.
Yeah, and that's what I did. And I was like, cool, my job is done. And then it just so happened that my uncle and them were getting ready to head back to the house, so I managed to hitch a ride with them and didn't have to walk all the way back.
Oh, hell yeah.
One of the grades, you can kind of see like this is damn near vertical. I had to stop about the halfway point right here to catch my breath because I am fat and I was dying. Jeez. That's the other direction. That's going downhill. It's hard to sort of really see the grade of it, but you get the idea.
Yeah. Dude, a monumental trip, man. The box turtles, the timbers, it's awesome.
And again, just the fact that like
you found a den.
I was done, dude. Like I'd given up at that point. I'm like, I just need to go home. It's hot.
Yeah.
I'm fucking dying. I'm thirsty. I'm literally like soaking wet from all the sweat, drenched, like broken. It's like just call it. And then I stumbled onto that field and happened to look over to the right and was like, well, that looks like a good stack. Found the punctatus. I was like,
now,
okay.
Did you mark it down? Because you got to go back next year.
I know how to get, like, I know.
Okay, you
mentally,
know where
I remember how to get back there. And
okay.
Because my dad has a stand not far from that field.
Oh, okay.
So I know how to get back there. And so, of course, I went back and showed my uncle and stuff that lives there. And, you know, it's part of a sort of a newer hunt club group. It's one of the fields on their property. And so I was telling him, you know, if you cannot mention it to them that they're there, because my concern was, you know, it's very rural Tennessee.
Oh, yeah.
Cottonmouths chase you. Yep. Rattlesnakes try to kill you. Like, I'm like, if I found out that those dudes heard about that and then went to that den site and killed all those snakes, I would be really, really, really fucked up.
Yeah, I agree.
So
I agree, man. I agree.
he's like, I'm not going to mention anything to him about it. He's like, but I do want to show him these videos of like, because my uncle's very much, he's a nature guy.
Yeah.
He's hardcore ex-military. But he's like, look, these things live here too. Like they serve a purpose. There's no reason to kill them. So he just wanted to show him like, this is what's going on out there. Pay attention and, watch where you're putting fingers, watch where you're stepping, watch where you're doing all these things. And
for sure.
What was just interesting too about the whole thing was like looking as much as I did and not seeing anything, not seeing a rat snake, not like it wasn't until I got to that tin and stuff that I actually found anything. Like everywhere else I looked, you would have thought there were no snakes out there, period. Like no signs of sheds. There was nothing.
And I feel like not to quote Rob Stone, but they're there. You just can't see them,
No doubt. But just with the complete lack of foot traffic through there, like again,
I guarantee you, if there was more foot traffic, if there was more hunters or more ATV action, those females would not have been basking openly like that. They just wouldn't have. They'd be cryptic basking. They throw a loop outside the tin, warm that loop, pull that loop back in, maybe throw their tail out, warm the tail, and then come back in. They're not going to be festooned across the planks like that. That's amazing.
I did stop for the copper. Okay. It was just very brief because the copper wasn't shed. And I'm like, I got other things going on in front of me that I need to worry about a little more.
Well, I've never found either one, so I'm still interested.
So, yeah, I was just, and I was telling my uncle too, I was like, he's got, his grandson that's younger, like my kid's age, and they go out and ride 4-wheelers and stuff. And I'm like, it's just a matter of paying attention to where you're putting hands and things, like that's it. Like they saw all those videos that I just posted. They saw them and they saw how I walked right up to that rattlesnake and it didn't do anything until I literally like touched it with a hook. And then it was like, oh shit, it knows that I'm here. Like just like copperheads, first line of defense is to freeze and not do anything until it absolutely has to.
Yep.
And I also explained to him that it took me several, a solid 2 minutes with each snake to get them to stop running away from me, to get them to stop moving and sit still.
And then rattle.
And then doing the video chat, they took a couple swipes at me while I was standing there trying to move them and stuff. And like, it was like I hope that they use that as like, look, this is what's actually the reality of dealing with these things. Because honestly, I'm convinced that a timber bite or a canebrake bite, for that matter, any horridus atricadatus bite, frankly, in terms of like U.S. rattlesnakes, I think is probably going to be one of the worst.
Yeah.
For some reason, I interpret what I read and have seen online and stuff that people don't think that timbers are like that serious. But frankly, I think that's probably one of the worst rattlesnakes you get nailed by.
I would concur. And also the individual reactions are just so variable, and the people that do have allergic reactions and they do get anaphylactic shock, it happens so fast that it's not a matter of, oh, I'll dial 911 or, oh, I'll send my GPS coordinates. Like,
it's like, no, dude, you're going to be done before they.
Just
so that.
Yeah.
That brings me to the point of the stupidity on my part. Right.
I don't think you did anything stupid at all.
It's the potential. Okay.
Go on.
So I had a radio, right? That radio goes to my uncle in the group that were building the stand, however, like probably a solid half mile from me, whatever.
And FYI, just for the listeners at home, when we say stand, we're talking about a deer or a
deer stand,
elevated hunting stand. And this is not your normal little metal frame, almost like a backpack tree stand where you bought it at Bass Pro Shops and shimmied up the tree. We're talking about a bona fide grown-up tree house, right?
When my dad does it, they're basically fucking condos 10 feet off the ground.
Yeah.
Like they're out there hunting all day, morning, like dusk till dawn.
Yep.
Like my dad wants to do it comfortably. I don't hunt, never really got into it. But when he builds these stands, man, because he's built 2 or 3 of them now, it's ridiculous. It's a fucking clubhouse, and he's got them scattered throughout the property. So they were putting up his newest one. But I had a radio. That radio also goes to the house. Like there's a main
Receiver
at the house that the people at the house can hear. But the nearest hospital is Dixon proper. So we're looking at 25-minute drive from the house.
Right.
Keep in mind, I'm a solid
hour on foot.
Hour minimum at foot walking back to the house.
Yeah. At a brisk pace on level ground.
I'm basically lost. Even when I called him on the radio and was like, hey, I'm at this field. I don't know whose it is. I don't know where it is in relation to where you guys are. There's like a tractor attachment here on the corner of that field, but that's and a game camera, and that's it. That doesn't really narrow it down because there's at least 2 or 3 other fields of that same size that match the same description. Like there were some that were more barren, but this one was green, like fully grassed, everything. So it's like, if I had gotten bit, here's what the problem is like, if I had gotten bit, like if I was someone, like say I didn't see those rattlers and I started flipping that tin and I got nailed. And granted, I'm not wearing high boots. I'm wearing boots like standard Caterpillar that go up to the ankle.
Yeah.
Like I'm not wearing anything that goes higher than my cankle, you know?
Right.
Had I gotten bit, that would have been, it was a very similar situation to when we were out in Big Bend.
Yeah.
Of like, fuck, where are we? How do we get in contact with somebody? How do we explain where we are? And then how the fuck did they get me out of here? Like, I'm 6'4" and a solid like 260, 270 something, dude. Like, if it was like me and one other person, they're not dragging my ass up and down those fucking hills, dude. It's not happening. Like,
no way.
What I would tell them would be, leave me, go get somebody, come back with some sort of vehicle, be it like a 6-wheeler that they have or like a side-by-side or something. Like, but even then, how much time is that adding to that situation to where now that person has to find someone else in the group as quickly as possible, which we're talking about up, down, up, down, up, down on these hills.
Right.
And then being like, remembering which direction you need to go back to find me.
Yeah.
Getting me back to the house, getting me loaded up in the car, getting me driven to the hospital on roads where people are going 60 and they're winding like crazy. It's not a straight line. Like, dude, it's following that creek almost verbatim. It's ridiculous. Like, it's just bad news. Like, and it got me thinking too of like when the guys are out there hunting, especially in turkey season, which is typically in the spring. Like, do y'all have a protocol? If y'all are out there, like I want to talk to my uncle about it. Be like, look, you guys need to have some sort of plan where if someone, God forbid, actually gets bit during turkey season or something, like getting them out the woods, getting them in the hospital as quick as possible.
Yeah.
There's got to be some sort of game plan in place. Like even with a copperhead bite, if it happens, like rapido, like vámonos aquí pronto vato, like get the fuck out of here.
Yeah.
So, you know, as I was thinking about it, I was like, man, like had something happened, which, you know, I wasn't concerned. I felt fairly in control of the situation. You know,
yeah,
I thinking about all the what ifs. It was like that would have been a really, really bad scenario. Because also considering that I was fucking lost. Like I had Google Maps pulled up and I'm looking at my position in relation to the house. I'm like, okay, I don't know where I need to go. I just know I need to start walking that way.
And hey, man, thank God you had cell service.
Yeah.
You know? I mean, granted, the radios were working. The radios are good, but like, what are you going to say? Oh, I'm by the fallen telephone pole,
right?
Approximately 2 inches on the map east of the house. Like, come on, you know? So,
and after like talking to my uncle about it and explaining, he's like, "Oh, okay, I know exactly where you were because then it turned out later that day when my dad and them were leaving to come back to the house.
Tell me there's a road.
They went back. No, there's not. Like,
okay.
They went up that holler, that road. It's not a paved road, but like that dirt road that leads up to that. They came to that field and turned around because they got turned around trying to leave and go back.
Wow. Okay.
And so they were like, we were at that field that you were talking about. And they were like, we know exactly whose that is now and like where it is. So like, now there's a good frame of reference for
sure
that kind of thing.
Well, and then I also, this is not a, how do I phrase this? This is not an excuse. This is just a tool that could be acquired to aid in particular situations. I have a GPS transponder, and let's say I got whacked by something out there. There's an SOS button.
Yeah.
And I'm going to flip that fucker open and cram that button down immediately and just leave the device on, because now it's going to start tracking my movements. I can type, communicate to whomever. I have emergency contacts in there that the satellite receivers would, and what is it?
When it receives like an SOS, it automatically notifies them or something.
Oh yeah. Oh, they're going to immediately message me and be like, where are you? What's wrong? Was this on purpose? And I think like, if I don't reply in like an hour from them sending that, then they just send people. Like the helicopters gas up and they go. Like that's what I pay monthly fee for or whatever. I mean, I've never tried it, so who the fuck knows? I could just die on a mountain, but at least someone will know where I died.
The batteries could die, or the button could get stuck to where it doesn't press down exactly what you need.
Yeah, exactly. Well, I mean, and that's the thing, is like making sure it's charged before you go out.
Yeah.
Better yet, I know when we were in West Texas, I know y'all were getting annoyed because I was constantly behind you guys because I'm turning the GPS on in the parking lot where we parked the car and sending my test signal, because I want that test signal.
I would rather you do that than us be like, oh shit, it doesn't work when we're at the top of a fucking mountain and we have to get down somehow. And we're
exactly. And like, here's my thing too is, you and I know how we got down to the creek, how we went up and around the canyon creek where Doc saw that Atrox, and then how we went up that way. So like in theory, you and I could have found our way back, but we really didn't know. We're relying on Rob. Rob knows how, right? Imagine, God forbid, Rob is unconscious. Rob passes out, or Rob is so dazed that he doesn't remember. Now I've got the GPS to follow my footsteps, or to send SOS, or to communicate to wherever, regardless of line of sight, ham radio, GMRS radio, whatever it may be. So,
well, I wonder. So, like, I have an app for whenever I walk just to track the distance and stuff called Strava. And I wonder if even just at the very minimum, if you don't have having something like that tracks your route of where you've gone, to where you can at least somewhat follow that back. Like, that's not what it's made for, but
right.
Better than nothing.
And when in those scenarios, I don't know about Samsung or Android phones, but on the Apple phones, you can share your location. So even if I lose cell service, it's going to show my last location, and at least someone's going to know, okay, well, that's the last place he was. We can at least start looking there, Again, not to get morbid, but that's why we have these devices to. And then at the same time, especially after my car fire, I lost a lot of maps, and then I started looking at getting new maps, and now they come in laminated cards or laminated bound books. So like, you spill your cup of coffee on it, or it falls in the creek.
Right.
Who cares? You just shake it off and throw it back. Right. So for you could probably find a topographical map of the 5 or 6 parcels that your family owns, laminate that sucker and fold it in your back pocket. God forbid your phone falls in the water and hits a rock. You at least have a topographical map to be able to find your way to a road,
Well, they have so many stands and stuff scattered throughout that area too, that I could just be like, hey, I'm over by, stand A.
Right.
And they'll know where that is.
Sure.
Like, I can get to that nearest stand that I know is theirs and say, I'm at the stand by the old home place. I'm at the stand by the old tobacco barn, like whatever. There's various landmarks they sort of have and names they have for each one of these stands so that they all know what's what. So even after all these years of hearing them talk about these different stands and having never, like, I've gone in there and sort of walked around a little bit, but I never went as deep as I did yesterday or the day before yesterday. So like I had a rough idea of where I was just from hearing them talk so much about these stands and stuff over the last 20 years. But still, like, being in that field and being like, I don't know where I am. Like this
Yeah.
had things gone south, it would have gone south quick.
I want to commend you for acknowledging that you were lost, because a lot of people, especially men, they get an ego, they get embarrassed, and the first way to get found or to get unlost is to admit that you're lost. And so there's a wildlife management area very close to me, and I think it's 129,000 acres, something like that. And it's so big that the Florida Turnpike cuts it in half. And there are multiple tunnels underneath the turnpike so that vehicles and animals can cross underneath the turnpike. Mm-hmm. I've told the story on here before, I'm sure, but there was a hunter who got stuck out in a bad rainstorm and was lost for 3 days. 3 days. All he had to do was walk due east or walk due west, and he would have hit the freaking turnpike. But he still got turned around because he couldn't tell himself he was lost.
I won't say I was lost in like the sense that I was like scared that I wasn't going to be able to find the house. But
no,
I was
but
like, now, if you put a gun to my head and said, "Where's the house?" I'd be like, I don't fucking know.
Yeah. And then you also had the radio, and not to cut you off, forgive me, but you also had the radio. A lot of times, providing someone is there to listen, it is good to check in, So like you had someone that you knew someone was at the house with the receiver that at any point, if you wanted to check in or you had a problem, you could have radioed in. There's other times where I've called the house and the house is like 200 miles away just to let people know, hey, I just got to this point where I have cell service. I'm alive. I'm going to be dark for another hour or whatever, and go from there.
See, and had I not run into them taking those stands to the spots they were, which they had to do very slowly because they had it on a tractor and stuff, like I wouldn't have had a radio. Because I saw my uncle. My uncle was like, "Hey, come here real quick. Take this because you need one. There's one at the house, and then we all have one. It's on the channel and everything." Like, had I not run into them at that time, like I wouldn't have had one.
Yeah.
But again, like having my phone, looking at the GPS, seeing where the house is on Google Maps in relation to where I am, and just knowing like just head that direction, like that would get me back there. But then there's also that creek, and my uncle told me too. He's like, if you ever get lost out here, just get in the creek and go with the flow of it because that flows towards the house.
Oh, nice.
He's like, just get, if you ever like legitimately turned around, he's like, just follow that, like follow the creek. He's like, just get in there because none of it's deep.
Yeah.
Some of the deepest parts are like maybe a couple feet.
Yeah.
But it's crystal clear. You can see right through it because it's all springs. But he's like, just follow that creek because it flows towards the house. So
yeah, that's great.
There's certain things like that, that are handy to know as well. And
for sure,
it just, again, I wasn't ever like concerned. I was more concerned with the fact that I hadn't had any water and I was sweating like crazy because I'm really bad about taking water with me anytime I go walking.
I don't know why. I mean, you and I are not. We just need to like. Okay, sorry, I'm jumbling my words. Forgive me for not remembering. You're not like Rob, where you carry around a jug with you, are you, dude? You gotta have a backpack or a camelback.
I'm lucky to like have a little like bottle from a 24 pack.
Oh no, man! I need liters and liters because I'm gonna ration that shit. And if I get stuck out there for days, like, I bring life straws with me. And people are like, "We're only going for an hour hike. Why are you bringing a life straw? Just in case."
The problem is I did not plan on being out there that long. The problem is I kept saying, "Keep going. Don't like stop. Don't bitch out.
Yeah.
Keep going. You're gonna find it." Like. I kept telling myself, like, think about how sweet it'll be when you see what you're looking for. Like, when you find what you're finally looking for. And that's what, like, I kept pushing myself. And it was like, I should turn around here. And it's like, no, man, look at that stack right up there. Like, look at that rock pile, 20 yards up the way. Like, maybe at the top of this hill, there's something good. Like, keep going. And I just kept doing that. Kind of like the Rob Stone thing of my like five, 5 more miles, like not even like however long, 20 more minutes.
Yeah.
Like keep going.
Yeah.
And then 20 minutes passes, 20 more minutes, keep going. It's like keep doing that yourself. So it was sweet when I found them, and it was like it was all worth it.
Hell yeah.
Hell yeah. But it's
Proud
I always like
stuff.
after that kind of thing, and like after when we went to Texas and like when we were in Big Bend that night and stuff, like thinking about things I would have done differently because things could have been really fucked up really quick had something happened. And then trying to make sure that I remember that the next time I'm out, like being more prepared.
Yeah.
Like
mental checklist.
Running, like watching the replay of the game to see, where the holes were in the defense kind of thing.
For sure. And let me say this. Obviously, I haven't been with you for all of your herping experiences, but of the memorable ones that you shared with me and the ones I've been part of with you, I think that might have been your most dangerous. I really do.
I don't know, man. Like from like a bite perspective, probably. I think from just an overall like safety standpoint, I think Lost Mine was.
Yeah.
Because like I know we've talked about it before, but like Lost Mine, dude, I had fucking tennis shoes.
Yeah.
I didn't have any water with me. I didn't have a backpack. I had my phone and a hat, and that was it. Like,
but you did it. I did not.
I did it. But no, like the thing is like that's what my takeaway from that whole experience, because I wasn't like mad at anybody about it.
Yeah.
It was just one of those things where it's like I should have asked more questions. I should have been like, how long are we planning to be out here? Like before we even leave the Airbnb.
Yeah.
What's the expectation? Like what am I like what should I how long are we planning on walking? Do I like what's my footwear looking like? Should I do better? Should I get something more serious? Like I see everyone has gallon jugs of water. I didn't bring one. Should I have done that?
Yeah. Yeah.
Like stuff like that. Like not like saying you fuck you guys, you didn't tell me we were doing this. It was like, man, I really should have paid more attention to what everyone else was doing around me. Like because we're all grown adults. I can't expect people to be like, oh, Justin, you got your backpack? You got your good shoes, you got your water bottle, you're good to go.
Yeah, and I'll tell you, man, that trip was the first time I ever ran out of water, ever. So that just like I thought I had enough. Wasn't enough.
The more I think about it, like how fucking dumb it was to go hiking that far in fucking Texas.
Wait, in Big Bend or in Lost Mine?
Lost Mine.
Oh, yeah.
What was it, June?
Yeah. But the views were fucking incredible.
With no water. No water.
I had water. You didn't bring any.
I'm saying I didn't have any water.
I know. You should have.
I feel like that situation is so much more dangerous than anything that could have.
Yes.
Like the likelihood of something happening there is much higher than something happening at the top of the hill with the timbers.
Right. And at the same time, you're more likely to have heat stroke on that trip on Lost Mine than you were to have been tagged by the random Horridus. Yeah.
So
I will say this. One of my favorite memories of that trip is when we were at the ranger station in Big Bend and the woman's like, you guys are leaving now? And Rob's like, yeah. She's like, it's 120 on the surface. And he's like, yeah, we're good.
Signs all over the place that saying, hey, people are dying. Like, go home.
She looked him dead in the eyes as he was like taking one of the free paper maps, from like the little holder. And she's like, people die out there. He's like, thanks, we're good. Like in just Rob's chipper, like into the unknown.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah. I love that. Is a fond memory, man. Fond memory.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. I'm kind of glad we didn't spend a whole lot of time out there at that point.
I'll be honest though, I feel like we spent the perfect amount of time
to appreciate how shitty it was.
Wait, Lost Mine or Big Bend?
Big Bend.
Oh, dude, I fucking loved the oven, bro. When we were in that fucking
when y'all were like, we're turning around, there's nothing out. I'm like, thank God.
Yeah, well, that one point on the way to the Western Diamondback, when the water puddles started to appear, and we were in like that mini canyon, and dude,
I'm saying in the middle of the day, like when we went during the day.
Oh yeah, that sucks.
And we walked like 50 yards, and we're
yeah,
like,
that was And we took that.
Big Bend at night was fucking magical. Dude.
Yeah, exactly. Big Bend, and I forgot about during the day.
I'll never forget that.
Yeah, I completely forgot about that. We walked 50 yards and we're like, fuck this shit.
Yeah.
I still have that selfie. That's one of my favorite selfies of all of us underneath the only piece of shade for 200 miles. I love that selfie, man. Here,
but
I'm
even then,
gonna send you
like
that selfie right now.
The more southern, stupid, swampy, humid heat I experience, the more I appreciate the just opened the oven, preheated to 600 heat that you get in Texas, where it's like I can actually deal with that.
The convection oven, man, that
it's actually not that bad.
I love it
compared to what we deal with.
Love it.
Yeah,
man. Dude, I can't believe how long ago that was. Can you believe how long ago that was?
It's like what, 4 or 5 years?
Yeah,
that was
fucking
2020.
I
don't think we'd even been married yet.
2021.
Was it? Okay.
Yes, 2021. And I'm sending you the infamous selfie. And then I'm also sending you a picture of Smitty in his glory, just miserable. Like, why are we here? I love those two pictures. But yeah, that one selfie of all of us in the only shade for 100 miles, that made me happy. I love that picture. We got to go back. We got to fucking go back.
I want to.
You have to find a Baird's. We have to find a Subak.
I think about that trip all the time.
I know.
It was just, dude.
And dude, like, Rob and I did that pseudo rocket run this past year, and it was fucking great. And we got to Lepidus, and like, it was awesome. It wasn't the same vibe because it wasn't as long a trip. It didn't have everybody there. It was a great trip, man. He's one of the only people I would ever do a trip like that with, just the two of us, hands down. But we got to go back, the five of us, like we did, and add Nipper if we can. And yeah.
Also, pro tip: don't wear fucking black.
Yeah, I don't know about that, man.
It was hot.
I just think about
it was extra toasty.
Yeah, but I think about the Bedouins, bro, and like, just they're all in black head to toe, long sleeves. Like, I don't know, there's something to it.
My stupid clip-on sunglasses.
Loved it.
That fucking nerd.
Good times, man. Good times.
Yeah, it's just the heat just evaporates off of you, so you're not even like wet. You're not even damp.
Dude, I'll never forget. We're in that little canyon, and we temp gun the wall at midnight, and it was 100 degrees Fahrenheit at midnight. Freaking wild.
Just walking through those little gorges, dude,
like,
and like the rock on both sides, like it's straight up. Like, if you walked out of that, it wasn't that hot. You get in it, dude, and it's like you're just baking between the two walls.
You lifted your arm up above the rock, and your hand was cool.
Yeah.
Crazy.
I want to go back so bad, dude. Like I said, I think about like that night in particular when we were in Big Bend, and just like we were the only people out there for I don't know how many fucking miles, dude.
Yeah.
It was pitch black, like no light pollution whatsoever. And I'm just remember standing there just looking around like, holy fucking shit.
Dude. You remember when we pulled over on River Road and we walked down, and you, me, and Doc were like in the Rio Grande? Yeah. Okay. We need to do that again, and we need to do that at night. I want to walk all those rock escarpments, walk the banks of the Rio Grande, just that one spot, man. I know there's got to be creepy crawlies walking around. That's the only water for fucking miles.
Me and Dr. J were walking around down there a bit.
Yeah. You guys really, like, I walked up on the side where like the clay had started to crack.
Yeah.
Like black earth. And I remember you and Dr. J were like in the water, right?
We were like in the mud.
Mm-hmm.
Like what I would consider like marsh, basically, for here, like the equivalent.
Yeah. I also regret not running across to the Mexico side and taking a selfie. I do. I regret that. We should have done that.
It was right there.
It was right there. right there.
I don't know. So what I've decided I needed to invest in, because I feel like I keep skimping, is boots.
Okay.
But like some like good snake boots, like the ones that go, calf high.
You mean the
Like
ones that are snake
tall.
proof?
Yeah, if that's what you want to
Snake
call
proof? Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
I need to stop, because like those sort of traditional hiking boots, the brown ones with the golden brown laces,
That's great if you're on a dusty trail.
they
The
just
minute you get moisture, you're done. You're toasted.
couldn't it for whatever reason, mine were a little loose. Like maybe they're a size too big for me, which is kind of crazy because I typically wear like a size 13.
Right.
They were a little loose. Like even if I tied them down pretty tight, there was a little slidage happening inside, and I was like, great, my toes are going to be raw by the time I get home.
Yeah.
Fortunately, that wasn't the case, but I don't know. I was just thinking, I was like, walking around and all that stuff, like it would have, I probably would have been more comfortable doing so if I had like a better pair of boots. And I just need to stop fucking around and invest money in some decent, like legitimate boots. Because even when we go out and look for Diamondbacks here, we're in some really tall grass and stuff. Like there's been a couple spots where I'm like, there's a Diamondback, I'm not seeing it, and it's gonna be right here at my feet. Like,
don't go into the long grass.
Yeah, exactly. It's like I just need to pony over the dough and get some good ones.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, man, I can't remember the brand. I think it's not Lacrosse, it's Lacoste. It's not the
up on Amazon.
Yeah, not the polo shirt with the little alligator on it. I think that's Lacoste.
Yeah, that's Lacoste, because I got the cologne and I love it.
Yeah, I think this is Lacrosse. I think it is. But anyway, they make waterproof hunting boots that are knee high. I paid like $200, man, and they are the ultimate swamp boots. I made the mistake of just leaving them in my car because I was herping so much. I was hunting so much. I was like, I'll just leave them in the car. I'll just hose them off before if I ever want to bring them in the house or whatever. And can you hear that, by the way?
Barely.
Okay. It's lightning alarm. Sorry.
See, I'm talking about something like these. I want these tall boys. Is it not showing it? There we go.
No. Yeah. So that's basically what I had that were completely waterproof. And that was amazing. Walking through the marsh, walking through the glades, like literally knee-high water, catching sirens, catching amphuma, looking for water snakes. Like those were my swamp boots. And I let them get dry rotted, and I couldn't pull myself to pay another $200 pair, and I just need to do it.
Let's see how much more the 13 wides are. Ooh, that's not bad.
How much? It's $125?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's not bad. But now, are those waterproof or no?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. But now, hold on a second. See how they're laced up the front?
Yeah.
Is that just to cinch down the rubber, or is that completely open? Because that ain't going to be waterproof at all.
It's not letting me open it to see it.
I mean, Rocky makes a good boot. The other problem too is we want to buy it on Amazon. You gotta go and actually just try stuff on.
Yeah. I don't know where I'd even go to find these in store. I need to, I guess, look up a retailer. Like,
yeah, you got to.
Oh, here we go. Here's the ones you're talking about.
That's
the lacrosse ones.
So mine were different, but yes, that's what I'm talking about.
See, I don't like pull on though.
Well, that's the way you get actual waterproof.
Yeah,
like, these are like baby waders.
The waterproof part, I don't really give that much of a shit about.
Whoa, Snake Country 17. What is this? 17 inches. Nice. Yeah, and see, look, $230. But dude, hands down, I wore those boots for 3 hunting seasons and herping in between before they finally got dry rotted. And what happened was I went looking for iguanas with Marcus one night, and we were in some muddy area, and I put the boots on, and I couldn't get the fucking boot off. And he's like, here, just like throw your heel back. I'll pull it off your foot. And it literally, the bottom half of the shoe detached from the calf And I was like, okay, I guess it's time for new boots.
Yeah. And so what I was rocking before was the ones that get issued to Marines and stuff. And I mean, those don't go up nearly as high as these are, but I love those boots because they are like, they're extremely comfortable for what they are. Most of them have steel toe.
Yeah.
They're fucking indestructible unless your dog chews on the laces, and then you have to leave them in West Texas at somebody's house that you're staying at because they're useless.
Oh,
had to do with the pair.
Yeah.
But I mean, in terms of like, what we're talking about, something like this is much more closer to what I want. I just don't like pull on. Like getting them off and on is a fucking
and that's the thing is the new technology is, and I don't remember what they call it, but it's like a new heel technology where right above your Achilles is very elastic. So as you're taking your foot in and out and your heel is rubbing against the back Achilles of the boot, it actually stretches for you. I'm trying to find you that stretch.
Good Lord, these are $340. Jesus.
That's probably the one that has it.
This is Danner. These have a zip side. I like that.
Okay, so I found.
Bitch, I'd look hot in these naked.
I think I found my boot, and the price went down. That's pretty good.
Can you send me the link?
Yeah.
On Messenger, and I'll pull it up.
Yeah, so these are the boots I had, and I remember. Hold on, this is copy link. Where's Smitty? Here he is.
It's a pain on Amazon to find that damn share button.
Yeah. Okay, so those are the ones I had, and like I said, they dry rotted, and that was the end of that. And obviously, if you're buying Mossy Oak, they're going to be more money. If you're buying Real Tree or First Light, they're going to be more money. I think these are Real Tree, the one I sent you. And then the other thing too is for guys like us that live in the South, there's insulated ones and there's non-insulated ones. I got non-insulated and my feet still sweat like crazy. So
how comfortable were they though? Like if you were walking around in them for several hours,
they with normal socks, like I wore not knee-high socks, but I wore very tall socks.
Yeah.
Normal socks, nothing like no merino wool or anything. I'm sure if you did wear like something like merino wool or alpaca or something, it would have been better. But aside from the feet sweating and possibly getting blisters from the sweating, it felt like I was wearing trail boots.
Mm-hmm.
Trying to find that heel Achilles thing.
I like these Rockies. I was telling Katie today as we were driving back, like I need to invest in a legitimately decent pair of boots.
Yeah.
Because my dad was like, "Oh, just get some chaps that you like wear over your boots and stuff." I'm like, "I mean, another layer I got to deal with if I'm paying over because if I'm gonna do it, I'm gonna do it right and do it one and done." And Rocky has some zip up ones too.
Man, I can't remember. I wish some of our hunting buddies were in the chat right now. I can't remember who made that boot that stretched the heel. Because it's not the actual heel of the boot. It's like right above the Achilles.
I'm surprised we haven't talked about footwear like this.
Yeah.
More in depth previously.
Easy off waterproof. Let's see that. Good. Wow, they have like wader boots that like cinch up at the thigh. That's crazy. I think they're Sitka.
Well, look at me some of these right here.
Well, look at that right there now.
I'm gonna wear
look at that little reticulated python.
Oh, and there's a 15% off coupon. Yeah.
I think it's.
I don't know that I'd
Sitka.
spend $400 on a pair, but
I mean, if you wore them every single day for work or something, yeah,
Sure.
hell yeah. I think it's Sitka. Let me see.
oh, these only come in 2 sizes. Baby sizes.
Well, Amazon doesn't have Sitka boots, but I'm going to send you the hard link to the website.
These are nice.
Yeah, that's very attractive, actually. And look, see how it's got those ridges on the back of the Achilles?
Yeah.
I bet you that's stretchy.
Well, it's zips. It's got a full zip on the
Oh,
side.
yeah, look at that. Okay.
Those are 18-inch. That's the shaft circumference.
All right,
Yeah,
I just
of
sent
course,
you the
the
Sitka one.
Danners that are $350.
Oh, and Kuyu's got a mud boot. Oh, and I am just a sucker for Kuyu. Okay, so here, I'm going to send you the link to the Kuyu boots. By the way, Kuyu Vias. Actually, it looks like they only have it in a Verde. Okay, I'm sending you the Kuyu HD, which is probably going to be my next one because I am a fangirl for the Kuyu. It does not have the stretchy Achilles, but it does have a rubber reinforcement, so you can use your other foot to draw the heel off, and you're not, fucking up the sole of the boot. If that makes sense. Look at that thing spinning on its own. Look at that. All right, there's the Kuyu. How's that Juarez?
Delicious.
You almost done?
I got like a third left.
Good. Yeah, so see how the heel has like that nub there?
Mm-hmm.
So what happens is you instinctually use your other foot to pull the heel off, right?
Yeah.
And every time you do that, you're just weakening the sole and weakening the sole and weakening the sole. And finally the glue's gonna rip. So they put that rubber thing there to help you, not fuck your heel up.
That's a good idea.
Yeah. But those are supposed to be amazing. And I didn't know that they had them in Verde. I wish they had them in Vias. Vias is my go-to. But yeah, we definitely should do a gear episode. We should. And I don't mean gear like snake hooks and granola bars. I mean gear like pants, boots, hats. I'm in.
Chippewa.
What'd you call me?
Men's Canebrake 16-inch waterproof snake hunting boots.
This ain't bad.
No, I like the zip up side.
Yeah, I do. I like the zip up side too.
I wonder how well how waterproof that is.
Yeah,
I mean, when they're saying 100% waterproof construction, I'd imagine if it's a heavy duty zipper, then
yeah. But see, I think when they say waterproof, they mean like if it rains, your foot stays dry. But like you walking through a creek,
oh yeah.
You submerging your foot, no, it's probably gonna leak. While as those Kuyus and the Sitkas, the mud boots, those are 1,000% waterproof.
What is this? Dry shod.
That's attractive. It's got latch at the top. It's got the heel thing, the heel stub or spur, whatever you want to call it. Not bad.
Oh, they go up to size 16 in those too.
Yes, sir. I'll also tell people listening.
Big-footed peeps will understand.
Yeah, I'll also tell people that if you can try them on, if you can go to Gander Mountain, or if they're, I don't know, Gander Mountain closed. If you can go to Cabela's or Camping World or Bass Pro Shops or something to that extent and try these suckers on, I highly recommend it. I have a very wide foot. When I buy sneakers, I get, 2E or whatever the fucking wide thing is. I have duck feet. Those lacrosse ones I had, no issues. They don't make a wide size. It's just rubber and stretchy. But I tell you what, if I was going to buy those, $200 or $300 Kuyus, I'm going to try them on because I don't want to get stuck with them,
Well, I mean, fortunately, Amazon's really good with returns too. So,
yeah, it's a great point. Great point. Look at those bright orange ones, man. Or is that green? Was that acid green?
yeah, it's like just saying they're waterproof. These look like sort of cheap Chinese.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know how I'd rather go with like Rocky or like a sort of an established brand rather than
right. You're already paying $150.
Some rando run fun store.
Yeah. And again, just to reiterate for people still listening, we're not worried about snake bite in the least capacity. We're more worried about weatherproofing, waterproofing, and being comfortable.
I mean, I want something to where if I'm walking through tall grass and something takes a swipe at me, I got coverage.
Oh, okay. So you legitimately are looking for something to deflect a snake bite.
Yes.
Okay.
I fully expect like my boots and things to get fucked up from what I'll put them through, but size 4.
Yeah, see, I just see a boot like that, and is that canvas sides? I just feel like canebrake tooth is going to go right through that. Big Easter.
It says polyurethane, rubber soles, full grain leather and nylon. 16 inches of snake proof protection. So the snake proof aspect, I think, is just the height. I don't think there's anything.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That's just canvas sides, man.
There's only one way to find out.
Well, and I remember
get some of these bad boys.
My buddy who used to
wear pants underneath them.
Look at them. I think I saw one of those down in town, Fort Lauderdale. I had a buddy who had big Diamondbacks. He had a huge collection of large adult Eastern Diamondbacks. So, I mean, we're talking 5-6 foot Diamondbacks. And his brother had hunting boots. He was retiring, and they're like, "Oh, these are supposed to be bite proof. Let's put balloons in it." And dude, that 5 foot Diamondback went right through that boot and popped that balloon.
Really?
Yeah, right, like mid calf.
It would be interesting to be able to test, like get different brands and test them.
Yeah. I mean, hell, they do it with all kinds of gun stuff on YouTube,
Go see if we can let Willie Beard borrow one of his Bushmasters.
Yeah, right. Well, I mean, I would feel bad about doing it to a wild snake or even a captive snake. I feel bad, like especially if like a fang broke off or something.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Either way, this I'd prefer this over, like
naked leg,
a regular cat work.
Yeah.
Like this.
Yeah, exposed flesh. Yeah.
Because remember, I bought a pair like this in Texas because my boots that I brought with me.
Yeah, at the general store in Alpine, right?
Went to go put them on and realized my dog had chewed the laces and they were unusable.
Yeah. Well, no, what was that? It was a Tractor Supply in Alpine? No.
It was some sort of hardware store or something.
Yeah, Harbor Freight or something. But it was Alpine, right?
I think so.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Good stuff, man. Good stuff. What are those that your cursor's on?
Like chaps you strap on over.
Oh, okay. Gators. Actual gators. Yeah. What's crazy is Johan Morer at the African Snakebite Institute in South Africa, they sell a ASI branded gator to go over your boot like that. And it is their number one seller, and they sell out every single time they resupply. And I don't know if that's just a cultural thing, like, or if they actually work. I have no idea.
See, like these, I have faith in because they have some sort of sheet inside of them.
Yeah, stab guard, stab proof. Yeah.
But I don't know. To me, it's another layer.
Yeah. Meanwhile, the times you're wearing it in hunting season, you're most likely not going to encounter a snake because it's freaking cold. You know?
Right.
I love how they put a cobra in the picture. That's hilarious.
Not even a good one.
Oh yeah.
What the fuck is that?
Oh God.
Why does it only have 2 teeth? Oh yeah, look. Someone tries to stab you with a screwdriver, you're safe.
Yeah, exactly.
I don't know. Maybe it's worth
So how much are those?
$30.
Oh, dude, for $30, a little extra protection. Why not?
Like these with those standard issue boots that I had, like I feel like that might be the ticket.
Yeah, for a little upland herping.
These are fancy though. Look at that.
That's really cool.
Pike Trail.
I love how he's wearing like New Balance.
I just my main concern with these is like if you're doing a lot of walking and stuff, them eventually like loosening up and you have to readjust them and retighten them, periodically, especially as they get older.
For sure.
It's just, but
for sure.
Walk around looking like the Master Chief though with those bad boys on.
Most definitely. What you got to do is we should find some actual rattlesnake biologists who are obligated to wear such devices in the field because they are students representing university, or because they're corporate
for legal purposes. They have to wear.
Exactly. And I'd love to know which ones they wear, and do they loosen, do they fall apart, how often do they go through them?
See, the main problem I see with these is these strap under. There's a strap that goes under the shoe.
Oh yeah.
So
is that bad?
There's no way that's going to last longer, especially if you're in like somewhere rocky like Texas, dude. That strap's going to get wore out in no time.
Oh yeah, for sure.
If you're walking on that.
Well, and I also think they're also putting it in the arch of your foot. So providing the shoe has a good arch, I imagine it somewhat helps. I don't know.
That's going to be the first thing to go on those.
Yeah, agreed.
Like these don't have that. These just go around the leg.
And see, I feel like, at least with like me, I feel like that would hike up. I feel like it would hike up as I'm hiking, as I'm walking, and all of a sudden now they're around my knee.
Your pants at least would start to bunch up.
Yeah, for
over
sure.
Them. Yeah. I don't know. Maybe it's something we just have to test. On our own.
I mean, and let's be real. You get good boots, right? You spend the money, you get the good boots, and then for $30, try them.
Yeah.
If they fall apart. They fall apart. They're $30.
Low investment.
Yeah.
On these.
Yeah. It's honestly, it's like boot insurance.
See, like these, again, that strap going under the foot. Like I get why it's there, but
that looks like something a welder would wear. Like I could see some guy in like the machine shop wearing those. So like, hot metal burrs or whatever doesn't burn his leg. Like that I could see. But like I can't see hiking in that shit. No way.
Like I like the design of these more just because it doesn't have that strap going under the foot.
Yeah.
Like if I was in a zoo setting and I needed, like I had the ones that had the strap that went under the foot, like that would be one thing. But if you're walking over rocks and stuff, and
Yeah.
like even the boots that I was wearing yesterday, I came home and like some of the leather's like all cut up on them and shit, and like I wasn't even really walking. Like they weren't getting put through that much strain.
And see, that's why I love trail shoes, man. I love trail shoes. You just can't get them wet, because then you just have wet sneakers for the rest of the day, you know?
Yeah.
But yeah, man, Skechers trail shoes have become my favorite.
Like each one of these slots is a panel of
stab proof material.
I don't know. I might give these a shot. We'll see.
Yeah, we definitely let's try and put together an episode where we talk about boots, talk about gaiters, talk about gloves.
Yeah, gloves are another one. I
Yeah.
never carry any with me, but I see more and more guys like the Instagram herper dudes. You know, I see more and more of them having gloves on when they're flipping tin and stuff. And after flipping a good bit, you know, over the weekend, I kind of wish I had some, because I got pretty close to getting cut on a few of them, and I'm like, that would have sucked, because that probably would have gotten infected like immediately.
For sure. No one wants to deal with that, especially if you're away from home or you're out in the woods and you don't have a boo-boo kit.
Yeah.
So cool beans, man. Cool beans.
I called that Google Drive folder Timber Time.
I love it.
Timber Time.
Such a great fucking herp, bro. Ugh, awesome. 12 days, Bubba.
I love them.
12 days until we see each other in the flesh.
It's gonna creep by, I'm sure.
Story of our lives.
Yep. But it's back to work tomorrow.
Yes, sir.
Came home, fed some spiders. I have a sweet potato growing in my guppy tank that has exploded.
Really?
Yeah, dude. I'm like, because they vine.
Yeah.
Like, and so, like, I saw a TikTok or something of some dude having one like cover his kitchen wall because he just let it go.
Really?
Like, that's really cool. And we had one sitting in the basket in our kitchen for the last like 6 months that started growing some roots and stuff. So I was like, well, okay, let's try it. And I have it literally sitting in the little hole of the cover of the tank.
Yeah.
And I swear to God, dude, it grew while we were gone just in a couple days. Like, it probably grew a foot.
That's
in
great.
Multiple directions, and like the roots have taken over to where like it's blocking the light out for all the plants in the tank. Like, I got to take it out. I don't know what to do with it, but I'm like, how come people aren't using these in big terrarium, like big naturalistic setups?
I didn't know that they did that. That's fantastic.
It would grow like fucking crazy.
So wait, so you just took a sweet potato, a normal sweet potato,
I'm sending you a picture right now,
and you just left it in the basket in your closet in your pantry so that it started to grow some spud action.
Yeah.
And then you just threw it in the fish tank.
Yeah. So this was the picture I just sent you was from the 29th.
Oh my God. That's hilarious.
Okay. This was when I came home today.
Oh my God.
I swear to God, it grows at least an inch a day. Like, I'll leave in the morning to go to work and come home, and it is longer than it was when I left that morning.
That's insane.
Yeah, let me throw it up real quick.
And there's no light or nothing.
I mean, there is in the garage. Like, I'll have the light on during the day.
Like, it's not outside.
No.
That's wild, man.
And I'm like, this in like a big naturalistic setup with something. So like, this is for people.
Yeah, for people listening on their commute to work,
you'll see the video on Spotify, but like, this is I had it in the fish tank for a couple days at this point. This was I took this picture on the 29th, and then this is when I came home.
Dude, that's wild, man.
So what's that, like 4 days.
So now the root, so because it's sitting vertical, you have roots in the water already, or did they grow into the water?
No, they were already in the water a little bit.
Okay.
But yeah, like you can see the roots in the tank, dude. It's gonna choke out the plants that I have in there. Like I gotta figure out what to do with it, because
Yeah, man, that's wild.
it's just it's taken over.
Absolutely wild.
I can't leave it unattended.
Yeah, it's like the blob.
Yeah, pretty much. But it looks really good.
It does. It looks great. Imagine like hiding that in your sump or something, you know? Or like
Katie was like, why don't we just plant this in the front yard and have it grow up the little, because like the trellis thing.
Yeah.
Like
yeah, because I mean, dude, everyone uses bougainvillea and it's beautiful, but it's also thorned, you know?
Yeah, this is not.
This is not, yeah.
Wild.
Yeah, that's pretty wild, man. Pretty wild. Very cool. Well, I went to go feed scorpions, and the Parabuthus babies are jelly beans. So I actually am gonna, after the show, this was a couple days ago, I'm gonna go upstairs and see if they molted. So
yeah, my little Firmingocylus Achaia, the Borneo, they're not a Borneo bat eater. Golden tree spiders, I think is what they're called.
Yeah.
They're starting to get some size and get their adult colors coming in and stuff. They're
cool, man.
Beasts.
Very cool.
It's all growing slowly but surely. I finally, my apophysis, my pink toe bird eater has been coming out now more, and like I thought it was a male. I'm starting to think it's a female, and it's
nice.
I didn't see that thing for weeks because it molted, and then it got really shy for some reason. It did not come out a whole lot before. It would like come and just sit out.
Yeah.
And until I like bumped the tank or something, it would disappear. That thing, I swear to God, dude, it's like
fearless.
It's at a minimum like the size of my
hell yeah.
And it's still small.
Nice. Are you gonna start handling it?
Fuck no, dude.
Dude, get some gloves. Start handling. Get it used to being scooped up.
If I look at that thing wrong, it starts kicking hairs like crazy.
Oh, really? Oh,
yeah, dude.
Never mind.
Oh my God, dude.
That's like I just watched somebody on Instagram. I can't remember who had was it Thai black?
Mm-hmm.
Is that species?
Probably, yeah.
Okay, and one that you would man, how do I describe this? Whatever species this was, it was like a skinny pulchra. It was like, actually, it was more like a sun tiger, but just all black, if that makes sense. And I guess the guy raised it from a spiderling, and it just is chill. And he's just like holding it. And it's the scariest thing you'd ever see, because you know at any moment it could just end him. But he's just playing with it, totally chill, willy-nilly. And I got to thinking about like how we acclimate Gila monsters. And like, you know, the glove isn't protecting you from the envenomation, but it's masking the heat of your hands. You know, the paintbrush is breaking the
tactile
the tactile sensitivities, much like, you know, you break a horse when you're training a horse, you know, things like that. So I wonder if you could do the same thing with spiders.
I don't know. There's a lot of species I'm not going to find out, though.
That's true. It's very true. Yeah. Be putting those gators up your arms.
I love them, but I don't want to play with them.
Yes, I got you.
You know?
I got you. Well, I'm at the point now where I want a bug that I can play with. So I've really been on the lookout for some opisthothalamus, or for some hadrurus, or like good looking hadrurus, or some heterogeneous, which we know is non-existent right now. Just because I want something that I could pick up, you know, and isn't going to kill me. But
I'll handle like my little oratum every now and then, but they're still
they're too tiny. You know, even if I got something though their size and that got a bigger species, you know, but I don't know. Time will tell.
I had some bluefoot baboons that somehow showed up last week.
Somehow showed up.
Yeah, I don't know how they got there.
Just teleported into your garage.
They were at work, and I
Nice.
like checking on them, and one of them came out, and I let it crawl around for a few minutes. And
nice. How big?
Like could fit on a dime.
Oh, okay.
Slings.
Okay, so there you go, man. So that's the perfect species to get going. You know what I mean? You already started. Just keep it up.
You can kind of already see their little blue feet.
That's fucking adorable. Adorable. African delights.
South African delights.
South African delights.
Fun fact, they are one of only 2 tarantula species that do the whole trapdoor thing.
Oh, really? I didn't know that.
Mm-hmm.
I did not know that. Do they also do the moth attack? I saw that.
What if I just grabbed it and ate it?
I mean, I was expecting you to just like tongue it out like a chameleon. For those listening, a moth just flew into Smitty's beard and was trying to make a home. Do they do the conical web tube like Osambaras?
When they're young, they do. So they don't do the
Okay.
trap. It's for some reason when they're small, like they don't do the trapdoor thing until they're older.
Okay.
When they're small, yeah, they do the tubey thing.
Very cool. Very cool.
Yeah, they're neat. I don't know if we're doing. I got to see if we're gonna make an Arachnids episode happen this week or not. I'm gonna have Phil King. I think fill in if Nisard can't do it. So
Good stuff,
I'd like
man.
to sort of get that back going.
Yeah.
And he's already agreed that he's down. If he's needed, he's happy to help me.
Hell yeah, man.
So.
Good stuff. Good stuff. He's a hell of a Phil.
They all are. You have any pickup plans for Daytona? You got anything you're...
No, I'm going to keep my eyes peeled for scorpions. I am. I do want to try and get something non-lethal, which there won't be. In theory, there should be only harmless stuff at that show. So that I'm going to keep my eyes peeled for that. I have to message a couple people about Subox stuff, because I made conversation like 6 months to a year ago, and I'm sure people either forgot or didn't produce or what. So I got to put those feelers back out. But other than that, dude, I'm just open mind. I'm just chilling. I in my mind, I really want to get some kind of desert rain frog. If I could find like the Namaqua desert rain frogs, that would be fucking awesome. But I doubt they're going to be there. And if they are there, they're probably going to be an arm and a leg. So I'm not going to hold my breath. I know Underground imported some Mozambiques that were really pricey, and they went like that.
Really?
So yeah, I missed my window on that. But I also feel like that's still semi-arid, semi-tropical. So I don't know if that's going to live too good in my room.
Yeah.
But no, honestly, other than that's it, man. I'm just going to see y'all and see some animals and drink some booze and smoke some cigars. And, stare off at pelicans with my loved one.
And the religious people screaming at the beachgoers.
Yes. A timeless tradition.
That's right.
A timeless tradition. Oh, and books.
The book guy.
Gotta go to the book guy, man. Gotta go to the book guy. Yeah. Definitely gotta go to the book guy. So, what about yourself?
I got another Conicus the week before last.
Oh, did you really?
I did.
Is that the video that you posted?
Yeah.
Dude, that video came out so good. I love that video.
Little hypo caramel cross female that was produced by Rob Robbins, who we've had on Boa Eric's. If you follow him on Instagram and Morph Market, he produced it, but I bought it from
the Conicus guy.
I think his name's Amir. He has Miami Reptile Co. or something like that.
Yes. Amir has been in the South Florida community for a very long time.
So got it from him. Came in really good shape. And then I was asking Robert about it because, you know, I was like, you know, you produced this. Did he get it from you direct or did he get it third hand? You know, just clarifying some things. And Rob's like, well, I got a mail as well. So I'm going to meet up with Rob at some point and get a mail from him.
Cool, man.
So I'll have 3.3.
Hell yeah.
And then there's really, if I see maybe another Andean milk.
Yeah.
Wouldn't mind another one of those, and house snakes are kind of
nice.
on the radar. I would like at least one more pair of those.
Cool.
And then, you know, if I find some other spiders that fit the bill for the other stuff, I'm trying really hard not to get a bunch of one-offs of tarantulas.
Yeah.
Like I'm trying to get stuff that I like actually want to like if I find classy, if I find some Mexican pinks, like
yeah,
I'll probably snatch some up.
Yeah, you're classy past, right? Or do you still have the one?
No, I still have my Metallica Bast.
Oh, okay. But you still have the one classy.
I have two of them.
Oh, okay.
I traded. So Bill Bradley was at his Petco up there in Pennsylvania. And he's like, hey, my Petco has a classy. And I was like, I'll send you a rhino rat snake right now if you buy that classy and ship it to me.
Nice.
And he did. So I have two.
Cool.
And that offer stands. If you see classy, I'm trying to amass an army of Brachypelma classy, and I do trade rhinos for classy. People are like, that's a stupid trade. I'm like, it's really not, because classy are kind of not that easy to come across, and they're usually not that cheap. So
good.
You know, rhinos are the ultimate bartering chip.
It's good, man. It's good.
But yeah, I mean, other than that, I'm not planning on getting any corns or anything like that.
All right, cool. Very cool.
Same thing. Just looking forward to hanging out with the gang.
Yeah, man. Smoking some cigars.
Kind of glad I'm not vending. Kind of bummed I'm not vending.
Yeah, I share the sentiment, man. I do.
I have a love-hate relationship with it.
Yep.
You know, there's just so much prep involved, and it's cool to get the brand out there more and stuff. But it's also like I like to be able to just go do whatever I feel like doing.
Yeah. Yeah.
So maybe it'll be an every other year thing. I don't know. I want to plan a little better. If I'm going to do it again, I want to get 2 tables instead of 1, double down on inventory and options that I'm going to bring, you know, kind of, I feel like 1 table wasn't enough with the amount of stuff I have available. Like, you know, it just,
especially now you've doubled the selection.
Yeah. So we'll see. And the biggest hurdle with that was just like the money involved in doubling down on everything, you know, getting another pegboard wall, a whole another batch of inventory on top of what I'd already have to bring, another tablecloth, another banner, like all the stuff, you know, it's a lot.
Yeah.
And then figure out how to get it all down there, because Danielle's car last year was not big enough. We barely, with 4 of us and everything else, dude, we were crammed in that car.
Oh yeah, I believe it.
It was insane.
I believe it.
But hopefully we'll see everybody there.
Yeah, absolutely, man. Absolutely. I can't believe it's in a week.
And dude, it's like after it ends and we get back home, it's like, man, I gotta wait another year. But then I feel like you blink and it's like, oh my god, it's time again.
Yeah.
You know, so it's the best weekend of the year.
It's the best weekend of the year for sure. Well, sir, it's the witching hour.
This episode, as always, brought to you by blackboxcages.com. Use the code THN25, get a little discount. Choose the pickup option if you want to save on shipping and you're somewhere near North Georgia. Make the pilgrimage, grab your stuff. Jack Oliver just picked him up some stuff and he's smitten with it. So
delicious.
Fullviceapparel.com. Use code THN at checkout. Get 15% off your order. That is the exclusive promo code for THN listeners and viewers like you. Daytona delivery is still open for another 4 days. I'm going to turn that option off on the 8th. So get those orders in now. Cold-blooded caffeine. Best coffee around. We got to figure out a way to get some of that Snakes and Stogies blend down there with us, man.
Yeah. Is Trey coming?
I don't know. I need to ask him.
Yeah.
I don't know if
Hit him
he's-
up.
They're not vending, but I don't know if he's attending like he has previously. But
You know what we should do is we should get a large, either multiple carafes or like bring a Keurig or something so we can just give it out of the gazebo. We get some little cafecito cups. Yeah.
yeah, I need to grab a bag or two just to have here at the house.
Yeah. We just talk to Trey and see if we can put something together to have like a gazebo tasting.
Yeah, cold-blooded caffeine coffee hour in the morning. I'm gonna have CBC coffee mornings at the gazebo.
Yes. Yes.
That'd be cool.
That'd be really cool.
I like how we've transformed that gazebo into its own thing.
Yeah. Yeah, for sure. For sure.
We have book club there,
Yeah.
wine tastings.
Let's not get carried away.
Okay.
In the words of Mike Arnold, I don't drink tins.
He's bougie.
He's bougie. I'm bougie. I don't drink tins.
Whatever. What a nerd.
What a nerd. Can't wait to see
All
that
right.
goofy fuck.
Yeah. We'll see everybody Thursday. Don't know who you'll see. Someone will be there, whether it's me or Flippin' Tin or I don't know. Time will tell. We'll see. See everybody later.
Bye.